Now I'm a father of 2 girls. But the thought of that sometimes scares me because of what I know now. When I look at my girls, and I'm like, I don't want them walking around looking for love in wrong places. I don't want them walking around looking for security in wrong places, looking for affirmation in wrong places, for provision in wrong places. No, it is my role, it is my responsibility, which I take on. I take it on jealously because I know what the lack of that did to me. My dad, I think it's more dangerous to have an absentee father. I might be wrong, but from my side, because you see the person is there and you want them to be this person, but they can't. And I walked life blaming my dad till when I reached the stage that I'm at, and I tell myself, he didn't know that much. I can't blame him for what he did.
Hi, hello. Thank you for joining us once again on Anchored 619. We're so glad that you are watching. I hope that each one of you that is watching right now has subscribed, has liked, has shared. Let's spread the love, people. Thanks to all those guys that are commenting, that are liking, that are sharing. We love you and we hope that you are having a good time with us. So, thank you for joining us once again.
Oh, my pleasure.
I hope we looked at an Alan's story last week and the week before that.
Yeah.
And my God, did the boy walk. He walked from Arua to Kampala. Have you ever walked that long? And he was looking for something, you know, he was searching, and I just wondered to myself, what would make you make such a resolve to walk that Mbaya, I am going to Kampala. What would make, to Busia? What would make a man do such a thing?
You know, I'm happy he walked because he sought and he found. I think that walk is what has made him who he is now. But to answer your question, Alan walked a physical walk. It was long. It was a long walk. And I don't think he set out to say, let me walk, because he didn't know his destination. He just kept moving and moving and moving. But I think all of us, we search for things that we have no names to. All we know is there is an emptiness, there is a need in my heart, there is something missing, and I can't stay in this place. I can't be that unsettledness. So like I can't stay like this. And you go on a search. The unfortunate part is some people go on a search to look for things in wrong places. Alan went to those wrong places. But thank God, during those wrong times, somebody found him and took him into the right place. But to answer your question, what pushed him to walk was that emptiness, that void that family is supposed to feel. His mother died. This was the person in his life. His dad passed away without him having bonded. And then there is no one to pick him up. So he's literally all by himself. So he goes out on a search to look for family. And he found family on the street. It was a wrong place. He found these different families. So I think it's the search for the unknown that sent him on that journey. Walk such a long way.
And like you said before, even his mother died. He says even in the video from the last sharing that he wondered about his father, and Another thing I start to wonder about is he says uncles took him in, people in the village took him in, but he still felt that emptiness, and yet I feel, but this is also family. So what's the gap there? These people are family. These people, why aren't they feeling that gap that he feels is missing? What is fatherhood?
Those people, we don't know the state, the nature of they are in, the kind of environments they created for him, but they didn't again answer the question. They didn't give him that fatherhood mystery which was missing. Because fatherhood, people underestimate the power of a father in a person's life, be it a boy or a girl. This is a key element that you don't want to undermine. This is what forms our identity. This, if you find a person who has a father, a real father, not an absent father, and a person who didn't have, there is distorted identity in the person who didn't have. They have to go on a search. You answer questions, who am I? Those are questions that your father answers for you. And things like talent, developing your giftings, or your placing and position in the community. These are the things that the father is supposed to answer for you. Also, you can't be in a place when you have a distorted identity. You can't, and that is what fatherhood does. You can't be in a place where you feel insecure, because the fatherhood element anchors you, protects you, gives you this firm ground, this firm grip on life, that regardless of what shakes you or comes your way, you know I have a father who loves me, who protects me, who will do anything to ensure that I'm safe. Because to emphasize how strong fatherhood is, if they got a boy and took him to State House, to stay in a State House, you got a kid like, let's say from Guru, down in Guru. When you take him to State House, he might feel empty, because that's not his home. That's not where his father is at. He is more comfortable in his heart back in the village with his father than in this luxury where his father is now.
So what has been your fatherhood experience? Did you have a father? Are you a son? Of course, you're definitely a son. But what has been what's your story?
Mine is a long one, which I don't think our video can allow us the time to do. But this is a search I've had to do myself. I didn't walk like Alan walked, but I walked. I had to be a son. Now I'm a father of 2 girls. But the thought of that sometimes scares me because of what I know now. When I look at my girls, I'm like, I don't want them walking around looking for love in wrong places. I don't want them walking around looking for security in wrong places, looking for affirmation in wrong places, for provision in wrong places. No. It is my role, it is my responsibility, which I take on with, I take it on jealously, because I know what the lack of that did to me. My dad, I think it's more dangerous to have an absentee father. I might be wrong, but from my side, because you see the person is there, and you want them to be this person, but they can't. And I walked life blaming my dad. Till when I reached a stage that I'm at, and I tell myself, he didn't know that much. I can't blame him for what he didn't know. People think fatherhood is pay tuition, feed, give shelter, and that is all. No. It is more than that. It is more than that. I come from a very big family. If I told you, you might fall off your chair. But I come from a very big family. I have several mothers. And my dad, I think, got lost in the midst of all that. I think he lost himself. And you can't give what you don't have. He didn't have it in him to give it to me. not only me, but there were other 10 plus children to get from him. So he didn't have it in him. So, but it is only when I found father figures in my life, people who introduced me to the perfect father. And it is that perfect father who has healed my heart, who has restored my soul. I have this identity affirmation, like I'm not distorted. I know who I am. If somebody came and said, like for you, Cordelia, I mean, if someone came and says, Cordelia, you know what? You're a fool. You're not able. You don't match up. I'm sure you just laugh at them and tell them you don't even know what you're talking about, because I'm not that. But if that was told somebody else without a father in their life, that can destroy them. That can destroy them. If somebody told me those words years back, that would have destroyed me. But if you tell me those words right now, I'll tell you you're lying. So my story started off in a mess. Then it started by me giving my life to Christ. My pastor took me on. And he has modeled a father to me. I've watched other people's families. I've talked to different people's fathers. I actually talked to your father last weekend, and I had a very good conversation with him. And I do those things because the struggles I've had, I don't want my children to have them. Just because I'm absent. No, I want to be present. I want to be in their life, and I am in their lives, and I will always be in their lives.
Yeah. What are some of those effects of being fatherless? What things, I know like Alan shared, it affected, for example, his academics. He wouldn't concentrate in class. People were calling him, my gosh, people are mean. My God, how do you tell me I'm a bastard? Anyway, but and in Luganda it even sounded worse. Mama ya kwenda bwenzi. Like really? That's so mean. Yeah, so we see that his performance was affected. What are some of the other things that come out of fatherlessness?
Like we said, right now, Alan has a job. But for me, this job that he has, it is more than him getting some money on him. But the reason why I let him have that job, he works for Pastor Dero. So he goes there every now and then to do things for Pastor Dero. But the reason why I love that job for him is Pastor Dero has taught him things. He taught him how to wash a car. Alan can wash a car, not just pour water soap, but inside, and he knows how to wash a car. He knows how to fix a battery. He knows how to fix things. And whenever he comes back and he has learned something, the way he's excited to tell me what he has learned, it blesses my heart. And imagine if he got that at an early age from his family, because that's what fathers teach us. It fixes your identity. You feel you're able. You have what to give to the world. You have your. Of course, even me, I don't come from a married family, so I fall probably in his shoes. So there's that already stigma placed on you. But if a father is there and he teaches you how to fix a car tire, he teaches you how to fix a bulb, how to like for example, my wife in my family, she's the fixer. She things break and she tears them apart. But it's because she had her father in her home, and because I think she saw. But for me, of course, there's this laziness. I should have also here and there. But what I'm saying is, in Alan's case, there is this father figure in him, and Pastor Dero doesn't just tell him, "Oh, you sweep there." No, tells him, "You know what? Come, you do this, and that has helped Alan in his school. It has helped him with his esteem. It has helped him with his confidence. It has built a lot in him. So the lack of a father in the home, actually, it might come in as one gate, but it opens other doors for evil to come in.